Hello, Pastor Rick, Journey of Faith Baptist Church. And man, am I glad you stopped by today. Hey, pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, as I am, and let's sit down and chat for just a few minutes. Recently, I've done 4 videos on sharing the blessing, being a world changer by giving your blessing, and being a student of the one you want to bless. Now, may I encourage you, don't be tepid about this. Don't be half in and half out. I want you to jump in all the way. I want you to bless people around you. You will find that the world around you will be changed. It's important to your kids. It's important to your spouse. It's important to your coworkers and your extended family that you give a blessing. To do that, of course, go back, look at those last 4 videos I've done on this, but be in touch with God in prayer and then extend God's blessing through you to others. You'll change the world. The reason I want to follow up with this is because it's so important. People around you are desperate for a blessing. They don't get this in society. They don't get this generally from work. And so when you bless somebody, it changes everything about them. Now, sit down, grab your coffee, and on this journey of faith that we take together, let's see if we can blow back some of the dust on the trail. Let's see if we can unravel this together and see if we, along the way, we can't just pick up a few gold nuggets here. What seems to be the main subject is possibly the main subject, but there's many, many things just beneath the surface. Now, the main subject here is Isaac is blessing. He's an elderly gentleman. This is his last blessing he's going to give, and it sticks. It's going to stick. It's not going to change. He's not going to say, well, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, and let me take that back and redo this. Once given, the blessing is the blessing. There's no giving it back. There's no taking it back. Esau and Jacob are actually twins, but Esau came out first. As the birthing process, Esau was born first, and Jacob was right behind, holding on to his heel. But in the way the Jewish mindset would be, of course, Esau is the firstborn, and so he should get the firstborn blessing, which is greater than the rest. Jacob, these are grown men. These are not little boys. These are grown men. Jacob, through the help of his mother, tricks Isaac. And Isaac can't see very well. And so he's tricked into blessing Jacob as the firstborn. Now I want to pick up with this, and I want you to see the cry of a man who needs his father's blessing. He's a grown man. You wouldn't think that a grown man would need this, but he does. I'm going to read from the New Living Translation. Remember, this is a thought-for-thought translation. It's not a word-for-word translation. But I think it captures the heart of the message. In Genesis chapter 27, starting in verse 30, we're going to read it just a little bit. It says, "Now it happened that as soon as Isaac had finished blessing Jacob, and Jacob had scarcely gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from hunting. He also had made savory food and brought it to his father, and said to his father, 'Let my father arise and eat of his son's game, that your soul may bless me.' And his father Isaac said to him, 'Who are you?' So he said, 'I am your son, your firstborn, Esau.' Then Isaac trembled exceedingly and said, 'Who? Where is the one who hunted game and brought it to me? I ate of it before you came, and I have blessed him, and indeed he shall be blessed." When Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with an exceedingly great and bitter cry, and he said to his father, "Bless me, me also, O my father." Can you hear the heart of him? Bless me too. But he said, "Your brother came with deceit and has taken away your blessing." And Esau said, "Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and now look, he has taken away my blessing." And he said, "Have you not reserved a blessing for me?" Then Isaac said to Esau, "Indeed, I have made him your master, and all his brethren I have given to him as servants. With grain and wine I have sustained him. What shall I do now for you, my son?" And Esau said to his father, "Have you only one blessing, my father? Bless me, me also, O my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. One of the saddest stories, one of the saddest things you hear in the Bible, this man wept, "Father, oh Father, don't you have any more blessing? Isn't there anything you can bless me with? Father, do you only have one blessing? Bless me too." This is the cry of our children today, the cry of our society. Is there no one out here? Is there no one who will recognize me and see something positive in me? Is there no one to bless me? What about you? Do you need the blessing today? Have you been neglected from being blessed by your parents or by somebody special to you? Are you crying out in your spirit, even as I speak, "Oh, if there was but somebody to bless me"? If we are ever face to face, I will pray the Lord, and I will extend his blessing to you. But in the meantime, there is one who can bless you, and the blessing will stick. His name is Jesus Christ. And I circle back to Mark chapter 10. In Mark chapter 10, starting in verse 13, the disciples tried to keep the children away from Jesus and the parents away from Jesus. They said, "He's too important for you. You shouldn't be around it." And Jesus heard that, and he rebuked. Now, this is a strong word. It's a very strong thing to rebuke somebody. And he rebuked his disciples. Can you imagine the Son of God rebuking you for doing something like that? He said, "Bring the children to me. Bring them to me." Matthew chapter 10, starting in verse 13. Then they brought the little children to him, that he might touch them. But the disciples rebuked those who brought them. But when Jesus saw it, he was greatly displeased, and said to them, "Let the little children come to me. Do not forbid them. For of such is the kingdom of God. Assuredly, I say to you, whoever does not receive the kingdom of God as a little child will by no means enter it." And he took them up in his arms. He laid his hands on them, and he blessed them. You're missing a blessing today. I ask you, go to Jesus. Go to Jesus as humble as a little child, and he will bless you. If you go to him as the children did, such are the kingdom of heaven. There's a promise there. There's an assurance. Should we see each other face to face, I will be glad to pour out the blessing upon you. And I will speak into your life promise and hope. And it will stick. It won't come back. But until that time, go to one who is greater. Go to the greater one, the one who leads the church, the head of the church, the one who has died for you on Calvary's cross. Seek his blessing, and you shall find it. And what a glorious thing that will be. You'll find purpose, hope in desperate times when you receive the blessing of Jesus Christ. Hey, thanks for stopping by today. I hope that on our journey of faith together, we've blown back the dust on the trail, and we've maybe shared a cup of coffee together. And I hope and I pray that your world is changed, and it will be through the blessing and the blessing of Jesus Christ. I'm Pastor Rick, Journey of Faith Baptist Church. Thank you for spending a little of your day with me. Good day.